Hi beautiful people, my name's Brittany.
And I'm Connor.
And today we're going to be talking about baby wearing and how we wear our now almost 6-month-old baby Ilya Gray Fox.
Our big baby.
Our big baby. Want more than what we can offer here?
Go deeper with us.
Enhance your sexual connections.
Come check out our sex education videos at connorandbrittany.com.
Yeah,
I don't know what the average is.
22 pounds.
Yeah.
They're a big baby.
They're a big baby. It's not the easiest thing all the time.
It's a real point of pride for us.
It is.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we also wanted to talk about, I guess, in conjunction, how we don't have a stroller.
Yeah.
And again, a bit of a point of pride, and I accept that.
Yeah.
I acknowledge
it's cool.
it.
I acknowledge the human, ego part of that part of me.
And also we do it for a really good reason.
Yeah.
Yeah, we want to be close with them, and we feel like that type of bond is really, it feels good for us. We imagine it feels good for them. I feel like I can take care of their needs better.
Definitely.
I feel like I'm more synced up with them. And I just love being close with them.
Me too, and I genuinely like the challenge of carrying them as they've gotten heavier.
Same. And we don't like stuff.
We don't like
And strollers
stuff.
are pretty big.
Yeah, we walk in the woods mostly. Either Connor,
Right.
Bridget, or I take them
Wouldn't
for
work.
at least one walk in the woods every day, if not multiple walks in the woods.
Yeah, for like an hour and a half.
And there's no situation that they're ever really in that they're in like this isolated thing by themselves. Like when they sleep, they're with us, and when they're walking, they're with us, or like we're holding them, holding them in the carrier, we're with them right there. So it feels like a foreign concept. And even like when we're in the car, which is actually rare. Last week I realized Ilya and I didn't go in the car for a whole week.
Yeah.
But when we're in the car, I'm right there sitting with them
Yeah.
in the back. So
And when they're playing, we really encourage as much of their independence during that process as we can. And also when they're wanting us nearby, we're nearby. I mean, we're always nearby, but when they're wanting us, right there interacting with them, that's what we do.
yeah.
So I think there's nothing wrong with strollers. I just want to say that. I think like they could be wonderful.
Someone's walking by right now with a stroller. That very
ironic.
moment.
All right, let's talk about these different packs that we've been using.
The one we've been using most often recently is the Ergo Omni 360, and you can carry them in a number of different positions. So all the carriers we have are like skin to skin ones in the sense that there's nothing in between. I know that there's one my sister uses, and it's like there's a pad that goes on the pack in front of the chest, and then and straps the baby in. So all of ours are like directly on our body, which is really nice.
Not that we're always skin to skin with them, certainly when it's cold and stuff,
Yeah.
but it does, it's less barrier.
Yeah, and in the summer mostly we are like our chests are exposed, at least in some areas, if not completely. And this one's cool because you can carry them on the front, either facing inwards or outwards. You can carry them on the sides, which we haven't tried yet, but sounds fun. And you can carry them on the back, which we just started doing, and it's really cool.
Yeah, I love this one. It's what we've been using primarily for several months now.
Yeah.
And it's just super comfortable. Like the quality is amazing. I really love it. It comes in like a few different colors. And then this one also came with this cool little pocket thing.
Yeah, and I feel
which
like
is a little handy.
Yeah, it's not as ideal as this one.
Yeah.
Actually, yeah. Well, first I just want to say, some people say things about the babies facing outwards while they're being carried on you,
Right.
and it not being like ideal for their development. And I think there's so many different theories about different things, and I think they're all important. And it's really good to feel into them on your own terms, however you want. So we really recommend you do that. And we really love tuning into Ilya's needs and seeing what they like. And we were finding that just facing inwards on us, they weren't enjoying as much. I think they wanted to be more interactive. So a lot of times what our time looks like, if we're like doing something with them in the house, maybe they're facing outwards, they're more a part of it. When we go on walks, it tends to be the first little while they're facing outwards, and then they let us know they're tired by this like noise they make, kind of like a cry. We turn them around and can like help them get right to sleep with facing our bodies.
Yeah, and like anything, I could see if they were stuck in a certain position for an extended period of time, that would be bad. And I think the concern is that the spine is flexed and they don't have the ability to curl.
Yeah.
So we're not cinching it down and keeping their spine, they're not like rigid in their spot, and they're also not really in that position for very long. But more importantly than that, I think, is that we are tuning into Ilya. We're using our intuition and what makes sense to us, what's logical. And then of course we'll take in data that can give us more information, but we're not necessarily living our lives from feedback from the world in that way, because if we did, we would just live like
there'd be nothing to do.
We wouldn't do anything.
Because everything's contradicted by something.
Yeah.
Or celebrated.
Right. Okay, so the other carrier that we used before this one.
Yeah, it's the Tula. I don't know if this one's the Free to Grow or which one it is, but I'll put a link to it down below. And again, really similar. What we had found is that we felt like they wanted to have a little more interaction, be facing outwards. And in this particular Tula, you can't do that in. Although I do think they made a model since then, or they have another model where you can. But this one you can carry on the front or the back. And we were really enjoying it.
Yeah, the thing I like about this over this one is just the way that it holds. It's less, and it kind of wraps them a little bit more. Whereas because this one is set up to have multi-functions, it doesn't quite wrap around in the same cocoon manner.
Yeah.
And it just kind of felt a little bit better on me.
Yeah, okay, that's interesting to hear. I really like
and I like the pocket
a lot more. That pocket's actually pretty hard to access.
It's pretty inaccessible. It's like you're like this trying to reach underneath and you can't see anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not great. Both of them have these hoods, which are super helpful, and we tend to put the hood up when Ilya's like going to sleep or if it's sunny.
Yeah.
Okay, we also have a ring sling for them, and we've used this kind of minimally.
Yeah, pretty minimally. I thought we would use it primarily. I thought that would be like our main jam, but...
I used it again recently. There have been some times I've had aha moments. You remember that day I was like, I figured out life. Yeah. And it was like, I had them in the ring sling and then I had my sarong tied around it. And they were able to hang out on me. I was doing all these things and then they were able to turn and breastfeed really easily, which I've since found I can breastfeed them in the ergo. It's just like a little...
smushy.
It's just like, I gotta figure it out.
Yeah, and the thing about these is it's really not as easy as it seems. Like to me, I just figured like you throw it on, you throw the baby in there, and then you're good to go. You're doing it. And that's what you see with like more other countries where this is the primary source. It's just without the rings. It's just a cloth. They tie it around and they're just doing things, making,
like in Peru,
moving.
Remember all this?
Yeah, man, they've got it down. But that's
so good.
That's some kind of inherited knowledge that I just did not have. And so like Ilya would just like be in there like, I don't know.
We tried
a lot of things. It's not super intuitive.
I did have somebody help me out with it. We were at this potluck and she was like, can I give you a tip about your rings? I'm like, please. And that was helpful. And there are things that I found that are good. And also like, I think if we put in more time there, maybe in the future, we'll be like, this is the best.
Right.
Yeah.
And it might be also a size thing when they were smaller and we could cinch them to us a little easier.
Yeah.
They're just a big baby and they like to wiggle around and move. And I think the flexibility and everything, I think this is really the way to go for us.
Yeah, this one's really good right now.
It's really working.
I'm really enjoying it.
So are we ever going to get a stroller?
Man, I mean, they're 22 pounds probably. And they're starting to almost crawl. I mean, I don't think we're ever going to do it. I really don't think we're going to ever get a stroller or have any sort of thing like that. I'm trying to think if there's something like sometimes people have like a bouncy thing they put them in, or actually I have a friend who has a hammock. She's really cool. She does a lot of attachment parenting when they're like sleeping or just hanging out near her. She has like this little hammock thing. That's cool. She has some cool stuff going on. Her baby started walking at 7 months. So she's doing something great. We have like this little bed thing for them that they sometimes sleep in, but that's just like a cushion on our bed. I don't know where I'm going with all this.
We're not getting a stroller. But also, I feel like, Brittany and I are really good at deciding something and then being like, oh, actually, let's do that thing.
Actually, let's do it. Yeah,
so
if we found out that it was the best thing ever.
Yeah, and maybe Ilya will really dig that sometime and just be like, and we'll just understand it and get the stroller. But right now, I love the workout. I love hiking in the woods with Ilya. I love the weight of them. I love connecting with them in this way. It's a really special time for me. It's my favorite time of day. It's my walks with them.
And also, I will say, it's like really caused us all to have to make sure our bodies are in great condition, because it's a workout.
It's a workout.
And we're like hiking some real trails back here too, but even just walking with them for an hour, hour and a half, sometimes 2 hours. Yeah, it's a lot. And
you gotta stretch out, and you're like legit. You
gotta
stretch
be like
before,
strong. That was one of the things I was making a list of, like, if there were another person in our life, what would they have? And one of the things was like strong and fit and healthy enough to carry
a good lower
every day.
back.
Yeah. And then like it was, we go to ecstatic dance twice a week, and we all like just hold them. And that's a big workout too, man.
It's a big one.
You get the biceps in there. So it's great. I mean, we're getting stronger because of it, and we love getting stronger. I'm talking. You like it? Do you like it?
I love it. I love you.
Love you.
You're so great. We do love getting stronger.
We do.
Yeah.
We're getting stronger in so many ways right now. You're a real enlightened cat.
You are.
All right.
Well, all these we're putting in the description box with the Amazon affiliate. If you buy it through us, we get like 2 cents. So, it does add up, believe it or not.
Also, if you're curious about attachment parenting, I'm sure there's a lot of amazing resources, but a book that totally changed my life, I think rocked our worlds, is called The Continuum Concept, and we can put a link to that down below.
Yeah.
And that's like far beyond just parenting if you're interested in understanding humans better.
Yeah, it's just a good read.
It's amazing.
Yeah. It's enjoyable. All right.
Love you.
Mwah.